You know what a real dick move would be? Watching this without liking and subscribing. Because if you do, you get to see more of me, the Onslaught Dick Williams.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to SmashMouth Showcase. There is a big fight feel tonight in the SmashMouth arena. And for the first time ever on WWT Showcase, we're pulling out a double dose of SmashMouth action as we kick it off with the Blue Dream El Azul.
So excited to have the best seat in the house sitting next to you, Dodge, as we watch two big fights here in the WWT. El Azul making his return after a devastating loss on the last showcase against Bishop Frost.
There it is, Don, the classic two-step from the Blue Dream. El Azul loves to have fun, and he loves to fly. Tonight, though, he's going to have to soar higher than a Spanish cara if he wants to take down the Irish Eradicator Cormack O'Finnigan, who at Super Stampede came oh so close to walking out as the Continental Champion.
Cormac was put in a tough position last time, making his debut in a fatal four-way for the Continental title against stiff competition. After a quick sabbatical, he's back though, and looking bigger than ever, Dodge. I mean, he was big before, but it looks like he's been hitting the gym.
The Eradicator definitely looks like he's been hitting the weights there over in Dublin. And there you see it, a smirk on the face of Cormac O'Finnigan. Loves to have a good time inside the squared circle. You got to wonder, Don, if the Blue Dream has a smirk on his face. It's hard to tell with that mask on.
The pride and joy of Chihuahua, Mexico. I don't know. He always looks like he's in a good mood, though, the way he's dancing around, having fun with the crowd. I would imagine that under there, if it's not just a blank slate, that it probably is a smile.
And there again, Don, you mentioned the homeland of El Azul, hailing from Chihuahua, Mexico. I imagine that tonight it's going to be a little personal for these guys. Neither one of them wants to go back to their home country a loser for the second time.
Yeah, they're fighting for their towns, they're fighting for their cultures, they're fighting to climb the ranks of the WWT ladder. And this, what better way to do it than to earn a big win right now?
Oh, wow, a big shove from Cormac O'Finnigan. That is exactly what El Azul does not want to do. You don't want to try to go toe-to-toe and play the power game with O'Finnigan. You're not going to win. The Blue Dream needs to stick and move and do what he does best, and that's fly.
He's the showman from south of the border, Dodge, and that's it. You're right. That's exactly what he needs to do to be able to compete, and he got caught there.
El Azul attempted the slide under and got met with a massive headbutt. Cormac O'Finnigan knows how to brawl, and he's showing it right now. He comes from the mean streets of Dublin. Look at him just pounding in El Azul's head like an Irish drum, Don.
Like this?
Cormac O'Finnigan uses that head as a battering ram. The man is a devastating force.
Speaking of battering rams, Cormac coming in for a second time, putting that full body weight right on the sternum of El Azul, and he looks like he could be going for the Dublin drop, and oh no! El Azul countered it into a tornado DDT.
What a reversal, showing signs of life. El Azul not out of this yet.
El Azul needs to capitalize here, Don. This might be the only chance that the Blue Dream has.
He may not be smiling under that mask anymore, but the lights aren't out on El Azul. He still has a shot here. Which man will be able to get to their feet first? Oh, both down, but the count of 7.
Look at El Azul taking to the sky like a shooting star with the springboard crossbody.
He's got to use that speed and those aerial dynamics.
Oh, wow, what a move! Springboard back elbow, and Cormac is rocked.
The mystery man from down south, able to pull out all kinds of weapons from that repertoire. 1, 2, oh! Flipping and flying and almost scoring a pinfall over the big Irishman, El Azul.
And look at that, even after all that punishment, Cormac beat Azul to his feet.
Finnegan can take a lot of punishment. He dishes it out, but he can almost take even more than he can give to others. Oh my God! Throwing him halfway across the ring.
The heart and soul was just thrown like a chihuahua all the way across the ring. And now Azul may be looking for that. No, my God! He got caught! Cormac plucked him out of the sky, Don!
And I'm more worried about that landing than I would be the flight itself. Oh,
what goes up must come down. El Azul loves to fly. He just took a one-way trip straight into the canvas.
And after one double and drop, the dream has turned into a nightmare for El Azul.
Azul dug down deep into his bag of tricks, but not deep enough, as tonight the power of O'Finnigan prevails. The Eradicator can go back to Dublin with a big win under his Celtic belt.
This is Isvan Schlaman, the 7-time Schnitzel Schlaman champion. Yes, you haven't seen me in a while. I'm recovering because someone by the name of Tim McLaw decided to cheap shot me in the back of the head to concuss me the moment I was shine this close, a schnitzel's length away from becoming the Continental Champion. I had the parades and the parties set in Untertag, and McLaw, you stole that from me. You stole the glory of becoming the Continental Champion from Isvan Schlaman. And I know why you did it, because you can't get over the fact that Isvan has your number, can you? You can't get over it. I eliminated you in the Showcase Battle Royal. At SmashMouth Slamboree, I beat you back to back 2 out of 3 times in the first ever 2 out of 3 falls match in the WWT. And you just can't get over it. You know that you will never be able to beat the Schlamans. My uncle beat you. I beat you. And it eats at you, doesn't it? It eats at your old soul, doesn't it, Tim? So now, you've made the challenge. You went to the top of the WWT corporate, and you got the match set. You want to hang your little ukulele above the ring, above the corner, from a pole, so you can go up and attempt to grab it and use it to put down the Schlaman name permanently. Well, guess what, Tim? It's not going to work, because I know it, you know it, and the people know it. The Schlamans, as sure as I am a 7-time Schnitzel Slamming champion, will always have your number. So I accept, and I am going to rip your hope away from you. And in that moment, Tim McLaw will never show his face again. Now, if you'll excuse me, it is time to warm up Schlaman style.
Well, while Isvan can't wait to get his hands on Tim McLaw, we don't have to wait any longer for our main event. Dick Williams battles Stone Pain for the WWT title, and it's next. Merciless, relentless, psychotic, king of the jungle. You don't know Dick.
A lot of talk has been that you were
number one aspect of being champion has been your ability to duck other challengers. I faced more people as the number one, I'm going to say number one champion in this industry, the Continental Champion, the first ever Continental Champion.
Congratulations goes out to one former Continental Champion, the Onslaught Dick Williams, who was able to pull himself from the rubble of Super Stampede and then conjure up some little plan to get a shot at the true prize, the ultimate prize in the WWT.
One name has glaringly been absent from any discussion of a number one contender, and I think it's because you're afraid. You're afraid to even speak the name of the person who could dethrone you.
You were able to annoy me to the point that I granted you a championship match with the odds heavily stacked in your favor.
I could beat you with one hand tied behind my back.
Done.
It is me, Stone Pain, bringing you a message, Dick Williams. You see, I only accepted your challenge of having a hand tied behind my back so that I, Stone Pain, would have an excuse for when I'm beaten and lose the only thing I have going for me.
You think you've got it all figured out, don't you, Dick? You think you've got the plan that can take down the lion of the WWT. You think that you've got what it takes to dethrone the king of the SmashMouth jungle.
So please, WWT fans, don't mock and ridicule me even more than you already do.
Bang! That fast, your plan will blow up in your face. You will choke on it.
When I lose this to the man who will eventually be the greatest champion in WWT history.
With one arm tied behind my back, I will prove to you and the rest of the world,
Dick Williams,
that nobody and nothing can kick the king from the top of the SmashMouth food chain.
It's tough being the king, isn't it?
You don't know Dick. Here it is, Dodge. It is now the big main event of the evening. A one-on-one colossal confrontation between two bitter enemies.
I'm gonna walk out with the real thing.
And look at the onslaught. Talk about adding fuel to the fire. Another layer of mind games added to the master plan.
What a mockery this is. Dick Williams likes to get under the skin of his opponent. And what a way to rub it in on Stone Pain, to wear that cheap crown he wore in his promo video and that mockery of a championship belt. Where did he get that? Toys R Us went out of business.
Well, if Dick Williams has his way, if the plan goes to perfection, then he might be walking out of here tonight with some real gold, Don. When the SmashMouth arena goes up in flames and those eerie roars rumble through the kingdom, you know that the lion of WWT is on the hunt.
Now, Stone Pain is one who normally is irritated with everybody he faces, but I have never seen him angrier than when Dick Williams got in his face and pushed all the right buttons to get Stone Pain to accept this match.
Look, the Onslaught is still mocking the champion, Don. I understand that Dick Williams is a smart individual and that Stone Pain is going to be intentionally handicapped here. But I just don't know if it's a wise move to be mocking possibly the most dangerous man in this entire business more than he already has, Don.
Would you have ever thought there was going to be a scenario where Dick Williams was the favored competitor in a one-on-one match versus Stone Pain?
Look, I've known Dick Williams for a long time. He's a tough individual, there's no doubt about it. But to answer your question, Don, no, I don't think anybody would have ever expected Dick Williams to be the favorite in a match against Stone Pain. You're talking about a man who's going on almost a full year without taking a single loss. Pain has looked unstoppable. If Dick Williams wants any chance of walking out of here with that title, he's going to have to take full advantage of the handicap that is going to be set on Stone Pain.
Stone Pain. You know, others have challenged Stone Pain at a purely physical mindset, whereas Dick has seemed to go after Stone Pain full mental, like getting him, getting in his mind, trying to psych him out. But that's the Onslaught's game. Find an advantage and then go full force.
And there you see the instrument that the Onslaught is hoping will bring the destruction of Stone Pain, the rope that will tie one of the champion's hands behind his back.
Could this be the reason he loses that coveted title of his? Dick Williams seemingly has everything going for him, everything in his favor in this match, which is exactly what he's been trying to do for years now against Stone Pain. Everything's been leading up to this moment.
Well, Don, we got to remember that Stone Pain was the one who accepted this challenge. Look at his face. You can tell that the champion's not afraid of the Onslaught.
Sometimes ego can get them. Oh my God, what is happening? And
Dick Williams has just jumped the champion!
Onslaught wasting no time and taking it to the champ.
The Onslaught living up to his name, absolutely mauling the champion, and with only one arm, Pain can't do anything about it. Oh God, look at it, just raking his face across the ropes and an up-and-comer.
I did not expect this, Dodge. This is going all Dick Williams' way on another one. 2 up-and-comers, and the champ is down. What is he doing now? Dick Williams has the belt.
The method to the madness is on full display as Dick Williams is stalking. Oh my God!
No, what is the ref doing? Get in there, ref. This is not a no DQ match.
The coveted throne just cracked the cranium of the king, and Dick Williams couldn't be happier about it.
Everyone is shocked at this. I don't think anybody expected it. He's
God.
busted open, Dodge.
Oh, God, the champion is wearing a crown of red, and Dick Williams is going to capitalize on it.
The devastating Dick drop. This could be it. He's going to win the title, Dodge.
Dick Williams is on the verge of becoming... Wait a minute, wait. Don, the bell hasn't even rung. This match hasn't started.
The bell never rang. Dick Williams, he thought it was over. We all thought it was over, but there was no bell. Now throwing a tantrum in the ring.
In the midst of the chaos, we didn't realize that the bell hadn't even rung yet. The official needs to check on Stone Pain. He's over there a bloody mess. Wait a minute, Pain said ring the bell.
Well, here we go. Now it's oh my God! He's down. Dick Williams leveled with an elbow.
For the love of God, did you hear the crack as Pain's elbow made contact with Dick Williams' skull? And now the bloody champion trying to pull himself up after the carnage.
Dick Williams hasn't moved since he took that shot.
Dick Williams looks unresponsive.
The ref's checking. Did the ref just call it off?
Wait a minute.
The ref just waved off the match. It's over, Dodge.
Oh my God. Dick Williams is out cold. The referee has called it off, and Stone Pain has retained the title.
What the hell just happened, Dodge?
That may go down as one of the quickest matches in the annals of WWT history, but my God, an encounter that we will never forget. Dick jumped the gun, and in a split second, his plan literally blew up in his face.
Pain delivered just like he said he would. He said that plan of Dick Williams would be ended in one shot, and and he called it. Dick Williams still out now with blood on his face from pain. I cannot believe what I just saw, Dodge. I thought for sure the match was over. Dick Williams thought he was the champ. But the bell never rang. Like you said, he jumped the gun. He took his strikes too early.
One hand, one shot, one king. Stone Payne's reign of terror continues in the WWT. And Dick Williams, Dick is still absolutely unconscious.
Confusion in the air, and just now, Dick Williams starting to come to. And what? I don't think he knows what happened, Dodge. You can see the confusion on his face. I don't think he's all there yet.
Well, would you be Don after taking a shot to the skull like that?
You did.
Dick has no clue what happened.
You can't beat me, Stone Payne!
Onslaught complaining that he says he never got beat. Well, it sure as hell looked like he did.
You went limp! No!
By KO.
Dick was knocked out and unresponsive, and the referee made the call to stop the match. And oh my God, Stone Payne is stalking Dick Williams.
Not over yet, Dodge.
Dick's about to pay for ever crossing the king. Oh God, painkiller. From insult to injury.
And just for good measure, 1, 2, 3. Stone Payne makes it official and ends the onslaught right there in the center of the ring. The champ. Oh, and look at this. A crown for the king, Dodge.
What a statement. The champ called Dick Williams a jackal, and on this night, the jackal got caught in the teeth of the king of the jungle.
There's only one king.
The lion of WWT remains at the top of the SmashMouth food chain.